Well, take a look, ladies and gentlemen. We are now at the Sega Genesis department. Yeah, I know this screen, the way that it looks like that. I mean, don't freak out. This is just the way it is with the Sega Genesis emulator. But I am now going to do my next game of Wheel of Fortune on the Sega Genesis. Make sure I get the right game, and I do. Okay. I have not really played this in a while. This is a very fun game to play. I have a one game winning total of $9,350. And in one of my videos, I was mentioning about bringing back the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy Hour, which I did many, many years ago on YouTube. And then I wound up closing my account. Then I made another YouTube account, then I called it the Family Feud Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune Hour, which really didn't last that much. So, yeah, I mean, I think I need a controller hooked up. Hold on, folks. Alright, here we go, folks. I had to hook up a controller, so it's an Xbox One or controller, pretty much. I mean, but it works very well. It really does. Shoot, what happened? Okay, I guess I waited too long to press the start button.
How many players would
Alright,
you
here
like?
we go. So we'll have
Would you
three,
like to play
there'll be
against the
two computer players.
Please enter your name.
Put my name in. Let's put it as that.
Please choose a character.
that guy.
Please enter your name.
Then for player 2, we have Robert.
Please choose a character.
Okay.
Please enter
Is
your
it an
name.
all-guy show, or will we have a female? Linda. Okay.
Please choose a
Two
character.
guys and a lady. Alright. Alright. Gotta make sure I press the right button. 1,500 is the top value for the first round. We're playing for cash. The category is a thing. And I start this one. Here we go. And like I said, this is a good version of Wheel of Fortune. I played this a good amount of time on the Sega Genesis. Very fun.
Choose a letter.
S. But there's no S. Now we go to Robert. I've not really played this in a while. Last time I did, probably at least a good few months ago. But I'm trying to get back in my game show game. I really am. I know a lot of my friends
Choose
like
a
them
letter.
or whoever. And there is one N. Okay. Yeah, they have a lot of versions of Wheel of Fortune, not just for the DOS or PC, but they got Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. Not sure about PlayStation 5. 700. They do have a lot of versions. Wheel of Fortune's been around for a good while. And there is a T. The only system, I mean, there isn't any for Sega Dreamcast, which is a Sega Genesis system. Well, a Sega system in the late 90s and early 2000s, which is a pretty underrated system, I think, along with Nintendo GameCube, which I think was pretty underrated. I owned a very good amount of video game systems.
Choose a letter.
There were some I did not own. I like the classic ones, Nintendo was pretty much where it started. Then Sega Genesis. I did not own a Super Nintendo until like the early 2000s, even though it wasn't really like a system that people were playing that much because they had PlayStation and PlayStation 2 in the early 2000s. But I mean, at that time, Super Nintendo was pretty expensive. It was like $200. Then came Nintendo 64, and that one, blew everybody away. R? There is an R. And that was a pretty expensive system, too. I think that was more than $200. You could probably look it up, and it'll tell you how much it was. Alright, let's spin. Even the games were expensive for Nintendo 64. I think like $60 to $100 for one game. L. Yeah, if you probably had like one of them, like if you had Super Mario 64 and it was all sealed up, never open, you probably would have at least probably like $5,000 to $10,000 right there for one game. I mean, 5,000 probably, which seems like a good price, for a game like that. Or if you had the rest of the Mario games, like Mario Kart 64 or whatever, or just Mario Kart, if you want to call it that, Mario Party and Mario Party 2, Mario Tennis and Mario Golf, then yeah, you would have probably 10,000. Probably more than that if they were all sealed up.
Choose a letter.
A C. I've never seen like anything like that, but I'm pretty sure they have that on eBay. I'm sure there are like all the Mario games from the Nintendo 64. I don't know if they're all sealed up, but I'm pretty sure there's people in there selling a good amount of them. Like the whole collection of it. And I own a good amount of the games. I had Super Mario 64. I had Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Party 2, which was probably my favorite. Yeah, there was definitely a good amount of them. Mario Tennis was pretty good, and Mario Golf was also pretty good.
Choose a letter.
H. There's no H. Okay, and now it is my turn. Let's go. Maybe 1,500. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me.
Choose a letter.
K. Yep, there is a K. I think that takes it to $2,000, and I think I'm going to solve it now. Fortune cookie. That there, and that one, and there we go. Alright, so once again, $2,000, good start.
Congratulations!
Now we're going to go to round 2, $2,500 space on the wheel, and the category is Thing for this one. And Robert will start it. Yeah, of course, I always preferred the wrestling games a lot of times, like WWF WrestleMania 2000. That was a pretty good game. Uh-oh, 2,500.
Choose a letter.
M? No. Didn't think, a letter like that. WWF No Mercy, which I think was the best one. Then you had the WCW games, even though I was more of a WWF guy. But WCW had some pretty good games and some pretty good wrestlers, too. And we do have an L. And they did have an ECW game as well, but I really wasn't a fan of ECW, and I didn't really know that much about it. I really didn't, because ECW, consisted of wrestlers like Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, Sabu, the Dudley Boys. That's pretty much about it, for people that I can think of. But I'll have to look at like rosters, and I probably would say, oh yeah, I remember that person. I think Justin Credible was part of ECW. He was also in WWF as well.
Choose a letter.
But not really talking about wrestling, But I do like to. I like to talk, as you can tell. But the WCW games from Nintendo 64. I mean, WCW NWO Revenge was pretty much the best one. They had others too, but that was the only one I really cared for. They also did have WCW Backstage Assault, I think, which honestly was okay. I mean, I like the PlayStation version. It featured Goldberg on the cover. I'm making sure my microphone's okay as I hit it, but yeah, it's fine.
Choose a letter.
Don't really care for Goldberg that much. I mean, I used to like him, but he keeps coming to the wrestling, a lot of WWE, and I'm like, dude, you're like 50-some years old. I mean, like, please.
Choose a letter.
Getting a little tired of it. I mean, if it was the Undertaker making appearances like that, I wouldn't get tired of that. I'm gonna buy a vowel.
Choose a letter.
An E. Nope, just the one right on the end. But yeah, I still have no idea what this puzzle is. Let's spin. Yeah, I know I keep talking about the wrestling, but I've been watching wrestling. I watched a match on YouTube that WWE Vault uploaded.
Choose a letter.
There's no N. It was a 4-corner tag team match. which was The Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes, they were partners a little bit in 1998. And they also had Mankind and Kane. And they had The Rock and D'Lo Brown. And New Age Outlaws, or D-Generation X, they had it on there, but it was really the New Age Outlaws. Road Dogg Jesse James and the badass Billy Gunn. Yep, that was always my wrestling era, was definitely like the 90s, the Attitude Era. Even though I did watch it before the Attitude Era, I didn't really get into it until probably 1996. That was around the time when the Attitude Era was pretty much starting. As you had people like The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock was coming around. You know, he was starting to become a big superstar. Well, not till like around 1997. 98 and then 99 he really took off. Yep, there's a Y. But yeah, I mean, I really preferred, you know, wrestling probably from 1996 when I watched it till probably 2003, I guess, because around that time I stopped watching it. It just wasn't really, you know, it wasn't really, you know, to my liking anymore. A lot of times I thought it was like really predictable and all that. A D. There is a D. It's going to take it to 950, and I'm going to solve it. And of course, there are pay-per-views that they had too. But let me solve this puzzle first. Daily Horoscope. 2950 now. Now in 1996, they had the main pay-per-views like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, the King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Most of the other ones were in your house. Like sometimes they would have it like in February, and then the rest of the months. Yeah, because oh boy, the category for this one is title, and it's only 7 letters. Jeez whiz. But yeah, 1996. Yeah, the main ones, like I said, were the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. That was pretty much like the 5 pay-per-views. Did she call a... Did she... Oh, she called a P. I was like, I thought she called a Q or something. Oh, boy. Okay. T? Oh. Oh, well. Yeah, pretty much that's like, you know, how it was, like in the month of April. Well, January would be Royal Rumble. February would be in your house pay-per-views. Same with March, or sometimes it would be WrestleMania, depending, you know, what date, you know, they set it for. Sometimes it would be like March or early April, sometimes. Then April would be the same thing too, and sometimes they would have in your house pay-per-views. Same with the month of May. June was always King of the Ring. July, same thing with the in your house stuff. August was SummerSlam. September and October, same thing with in your house. And November with Survivor Series. And then December within your house. And of course the TV show like Monday Night Raw and WWF Superstars, I think they had as well, like sometimes. Then in 1997, I think it was pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure it was, because 1997, of course, was WrestleMania 13. They still had in your house, I think. Yeah, they did. No L. But yeah. Not really. N? No N. But yeah. Yeah, 97. M. No M. Yeah, pretty much in 1997, you know, they had the Royal Rumble, and same thing, you know, with In Your House, March, April, WrestleMania.
Choose a letter.
Yeah, same thing. And then 1998, it kind of changed a little bit, I think. Because I think in 1998 we had the pay-per-view Fully Loaded, which actually was pretty decent.
Choose a letter.
C? Nope. I have no idea what this puzzle is. I don't like short puzzles like these. I know I could have, like, switched it up and I could have, like, chose a different puzzle, you know, instead. But, yeah.
Choose a letter.
J? No. I don't think there were any other pay-per-views in 1998 that were introduced where they made, like, a different one. I don't think there was. Because 98, you had WrestleMania 14, and
Choose a letter.
yeah, you still had King of the Ring. You had Fully Loaded in July. Oh, okay. I'm forgetting. I'm an idiot. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you had the Royal Rumble in 98. Then you had No Way Out in February. Then you had WrestleMania, I think, in
Choose
March.
a letter.
D? There is a D. Okay, I think I know it now, thanks to that. But, then they had, I think, man, which one was it? I mean, I think this one was a later one, but, I can't remember, like, after WrestleMania, like, if they had, I think it was, Judgment Day? No, I think it was Unforgiven. G. Oh, there is no G. Okay, it's not what I thought it was. And he's gonna spin. But anywho, yeah, I think they had one in the month of April, or I can't really remember. Then May, they had Over the Edge of 1998. June was King of the Ring. July was Fully Loaded. August was SummerSlam. September, I think, was Unforgiven. I think. No, I don't think it was. No, it was Breakdown. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so I was right. Yeah, in the month of April, I think it was Unforgiven because of the fact they had The Undertaker against Kane in the Inferno match. All right, it was Die Hard to the answer to the puzzle. I still win the game with $2,950. Linda finishes with $350. Robert gets nothing. Well, we'll give you the consolation prizes, of course.
You are the big winner.
And I'm the winner, so I get to go to the bonus round. Yay. I think this is game 2, I think, so let's go with the H. Okay. Category is person, RST, LNE. We'll put them up there. All right. Now 3 consonants and a vowel. G, B, C, A. I have no idea how to spell this. Unacologist? That's not it. Onacologist. I don't know how that's pronounced. I guess it's onacologist. Onacologist. But that's okay. Didn't get the win. But, oh well. Hope everybody enjoyed this, though. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Would you like to
Sorry,
play again?
I was rambling on and all that stuff. But it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. And you all take care. And thanks again for watching this video.